Hello everyone, Vicki Achard here with Nature's Best Art. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm going to be showing you what I've been doing the last week. I started painting the salt dough items that I made out of salt and dough and water, and I'll get to the recipe in a minute. But this is my little fish. I painted front and back, and this is the little butterfly. Look cute. This is the sand dollar. Is that what you call it? Or a starfish, I guess it's called a starfish. Front and back. And the octopus. Made it kind of cute and kind of colorful for kids. And then this is the rainbow that I really like a lot. And then the sun with the sunglasses on. And here's two little ducks, the mama and the baby. And then here's my teddy bear. And then the horse. And the two ladybugs. How cute is this, right? Like a little mama ladybug and a littler one. I really think they're very, very cute. I'm going to put them all down here because I need to show you some other ones that I'm working on now. And we'll get into the process of how I painted them and what I put on them first before I painted them. We're going to talk about all that. And talking a little bit about the shape now, especially with this rainbow, what I did is I took some dough and I used my rolling pin. And then what I did is I started with the knife and I made these little, see these little marks here? You know, for the rainbow colors. I did that with a knife, but I didn't go all the way through. And then I took, you know, when I painted like half of that part that I had, you know, put with the knife, you know, red, orange, yellow, the yellow and green. Then there was the blue and the indigo, and then the violet on the bottom. I thought that turned out real pretty. And I got to tell you, I made another one, but it was thinner and it broke. So you want to make your pieces kind of thick, you know, give them some really good stability. And the how I did the other ones is, you know, I just shaped them with my fingers. I didn't use a cutout or anything. You could use, you know, cutouts like cookie cutouts, but all of these actually I just shaped them. And even like this fish, I got kind of, you know, 3D also. I kind of wanted it a little thicker so that it would look like that. But you can do whatever you want. and it stays real nice. These I put like I wanted little things on this starfish here. So I put little made little round little dough pieces and I stuck them on there, you know. And then when you bake them, you know, it stays together. So so the salt dough recipe is the flour is, you know, what I used is this stuff here, this Swan's dough cake flour, because I had it for Easter. I made a cake and I don't really bake a lot because I don't want to eat what I bake is the reason. You know, I like other people to bring the desserts, or you know, I try to not bake because I like to eat too, so I don't. So anyway, I wanted to use this up. I still have some more in here, so I'll probably be making some more salto things. In fact, I have something else in mind. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But so I used this, and this is really nice. It's you know, 27 times finer than flour. And I heard that some people, like if they roll the dough and sometimes it cracks, this stuff doesn't crack. It's like it didn't, you know, crack at all. I mean, it's really fine and it's just really nice to work with, and it smells good too. So I used that, and then I took so okay, so that was 1 cup 1 cup, and not quite a fourth of a cup, okay? And so what I had heard long time ago was this you use for liquid, this type of container here, your measuring cup for liquid, and always these for the solid stuff. I heard that many, many years ago, and I've always stuck with it. So, and then so the salt, I did the same thing, 1 cup and not quite a fourth of a cup. Excuse me. And then the water, I put 5 ounces, which is, your ounces are here. So I had 5 ounces plus another 1/3 ounce. Okay. And I baked it for 20 minutes on 350 degrees. And when I took them out, I made sure that they weren't soft. If they were soft, like this ice cream cone, it was a little soft or something. So I put it back and I made sure that I baked it another 5 or 10 minutes. You want them hard when they come out. You want them nice and hard. Okay, so that you don't have to worry about any mold getting in there. And there's other things that you do so that you don't worry about your mold too. Okay, so now these are not completed. This one I completed this morning, except that I got to put my Mod Podge on. That's the last step, and this will be nice and shiny. This is like a chocolate donut with and when you put this Mod Podge on, this gloss luster, it'll get real shiny, and that's what I want. So what you do is you mix your dough, with your ingredients here. I'll leave that out for you so you can zero in on that. Can you see that? Zero in on that and write this down. And then so you mix your dough with these ingredients, and you roll out or just form it. Now I did use what I did is I took like this, like a handful, and then I shaped it, or I made it into a ball and I rolled it out like that, one for the rainbow. And then, like I say, you don't want to do it too thin, and you bake it, and you put it on the rack to cool. This is a rack I always put like my cookies on, and I have a couple more of these. I like these. I don't know where I got these. Are old, but they do the job. So that's what I put them on. Let me put that right over here, get rid of that. And then, and like I say, you make sure it's hard, and you cool them some more. And then I like to cool them like, I don't know how long, just to make sure they're really cool. So then I applied gesso on everything. That's what this is. See how white that is? What that does is it gets into the pores. See the pores? There's like little holes and stuff. So no insects or anything will get into that. You don't have to worry then if you put gesso. And I do like to put the white on first before I put the color. So that's what I did. I put the gesso on. And this is really nice stuff. You got to shake it really good to use it. And then, you air dry it. You do it on both sides. Okay, so and then you air dry it. And then I paint with my acrylic paints. I have a number of these Craft Smart, or a long time ago Apple Barrel I got. And I always make sure that they have this on there that are non-toxic, that it conforms to ASTM D 4236. So you don't have to worry about that. And so you do that. I painted them on both sides, and then I let them dry. I don't know. I have a fan going in this room, so I usually let them dry overnight, on both sides overnight. And then I like to put my Mod Podge on, and you just you can put it on with one of your acrylic brushes, and so that's what I did, and that's how I do it. So I'm going to leave this so you can see this. Maybe I could put this here, because I think I'll only have room for one more here. Let's see, are you going to see that? No, that's going to go there. Okay, I'll put that right there. All right, so let's get started with what I've left off. Let's see now. I want to put some sprinkles on my strawberry frosted donut. So I chose, there's something here, a little piece of hair I want to get out right there. And make sure you have your wipes handy because, oh boy, I always get paint on my hands doing this. And you know, when I put the gesso on these, I'll give you a tip. Wear gloves. I have thin gloves and they're not real nice for, cleaning around the house and putting gesso on because they get everywhere in your nails, this stuff. And, you're handling all this. So that's another tip for you. Okay, so now what I did was I'm actually going to use my watercolor brush. I generally don't when I work with my acrylic paint, but I think it'll be fine. I'll just wash it. I can wash it with soap too. But so this is a rigger, and it's number 1 for the sprinkles. All right, I'm just going to get a little water on here, so that'll get it nice and pointy for the sprinkles. And so I'm going to just start here, just like that. Sprinkles are all sorts of different sizes too, I noticed. And then you just keep going around like that. I had a lot of fun doing this. I was going to give these to my grandchildren. I remember I told you when I did my peony painting last video. If you haven't seen that, oh, I just love the way the peony turned out. If you have time, if you have nothing else to do and you want to relax and just uh, watch that little bit. I show you how I painted a little bit of the petals last time, and I finished it, and I just love the peony painting. But anyway, I told you I had an event. What was happening is that my 2 grandchildren that are twins turned 8, and my son-in-law, their dad, turned, well, I won't tell you his age, but he had a birthday. And then I had a birthday. September 13th is my birthday. So we all celebrated. It was so much fun. We went to Frankenmuth, and that's Michigan. I'm from Michigan. I live in Michigan. Well, I want to dip it in my water. I use a yogurt cup, for my water. But anyway, I don't want to put it in my water. I'm a really a watercolor artist, and so I'm used to dipping my brush into water. I have to get used to that. Anyway, so we went to Frankenmuth, Michigan, and we went to a restaurant called Zender's, and we had the buffet. It was so delicious. Well, I did hear though the chicken was just a little salty, I guess, from a few people, but oh my, all the now I do want to dip it in here to change color. Um, my family really enjoyed it though. They had so much food, and then they had these wonderful desserts. Uh, and then they give you they give everybody ice cream. And now, see, I got that one a little long, but that's okay. Here's what it's looking like so far. So I'm going to go over a few of them if they get too long, see? And so then it'll, kind of knock those ones that are long out. But so we did that, and they like that chicken that you always see at Frankenmuth, the big chicken mascot. And then we went to a wilderness zoo well, it's not in Frankenmuth. It's just outside Frankenmuth, which is Birch Run. And really a wonderful, very entertaining time seeing all those animals, squawking birds. They had a lion there and a tiger and two goats that were just born. They were laying in the grass, and my son said, "Look at those goats." He noticed they were so little I didn't even notice them. So we had a really good time. So anyway, I was gonna tell you, I was gonna give these to my grandchildren in their treat bags. Uh, but I was only almost like half, well, almost done with them, but I didn't like paint the backs of them, the ones that I showed you. And I just didn't feel finished with them. Uh, and I was kind of up in the air about giving my little children these, like the donuts and the ice cream cones that I'm doing. I don't know. I don't want them to like even put them by their mouth or in their mouth. I don't know. I have older grandchildren, um, and I think what I'll do is, as a Christmas gift, I'll give these to the older kids. Like my 8 and 9-year-old grandchildren. I actually have 9 grandchildren, and so and then I think I'm going to make some necklaces actually for the younger grandchildren. And I don't know what I'm going to do for the boys. I haven't decided yet, but I'll come up with something. I just don't want to give these ice cream cones and donuts and then, well, I'll give the rest of those to them at Christmas. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe just make a few other things. So that'll be good. Let's see, what colors do I want now? I did this purple and this purple. I didn't do this, or did I do this one? I did this one, I think. I haven't done this one, I don't think. Let me see what this one looks like. I have 3 different purples. Let's see. Well, it's actually a middle color, so I'll do little sprinkle things like that with this one. So let's see here. Now I have to actually wait till that long red one dries, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that. See what goes good with red. I guess yellow. There, that's quite a bit of sprinkles. Don't you think I have a lot of sprinkles on that? Let's see. So this one here, maybe I'll go across it with this color purple. So then you won't be able to see how long it really is. And then one there. There's another long one right here. There. I kind of, there, what do you think? Enough sprinkles, do you think? I could put some white ones, couldn't I? I gotta put some white ones. That's what I did on this one. On that one there. See? I like the white ones. The white sprinkles look pretty good. And that's what, with this gesso, that's all I'm using is this gesso stuff. Because I actually don't have any white acrylic paint. So let's see here. Put one here. Oh yeah, I like the white. White's good. But I wanted to celebrate my birthday along with my 2 twin grandchildren and my son-in-law. We don't do this every year, but I had a milestone birthday, folks. Yep. You can guess my age if you want. That'd be fun. Try to guess my age. What do you think? How old do you think I am? Or young at heart, actually, I am, really. I don't mind getting my age because I've had a good life. It's been hard. It started out hard. I lost my mom when I was 5. She died of a heart attack. And my dad, he also died when I was 12. So it was hard. It was very hard, to lose your parents so young. But now I talk about my health concerns that I've always had. Uh, I in my videos, if you're ever interested in that, and 'cause, they both died of a heart attack, and so I have had the high cholesterol, but I have learned how to control it, and how I denied it at first. It's like I don't even want to think about it. Um, There, that's probably enough sprinkles. Now this one here, let's see. I'm gonna make that like that. There you go. Okay, now I want to show you how what I made here. Well, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put white sprinkles on this, just all white sprinkles. But this is nice color for this. This turned out real well. I made it with the it's called mustard yellow with along with dark chocolate, and more of this color though, more of the mustard yellow. And because I wanted to make it look like a cone, I have to do the back yet. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this dark chocolate here. I'm going to do this one next actually, because I want to see how this looks. I painted it all brown, and then I wanted to put like maybe there's some vanilla in here, but it needs some if I'm going to like this. Oh, where's my dark? Let's see, here it is, I think. Yeah, see, I put them together like this so that the acrylic paint won't dry out. One did. It was these two together dried out, but all the rest of them stayed pretty well actually overnight. So let's see here. I'm going to use this brush again, and now I see that this did dry out some. See, this is that brown. I might have to add more brown to this. Yeah, let me add more brown. Have to, you have to shake these a bit. So anyway, yeah, the high cholesterol, they didn't know what to do long ago for it too much. But that's why I became a vegetarian, and actually I became a vegan, except that what I learned, so I hadn't eaten eggs in about, I've been a vegetarian, a vegan about, 15, 20 years, and I didn't eat any eggs at all. But I just found out this past year, was reading that eggs are good for your eyes. The yolks of the yolks of the egg are good for the eyes. So I guess I'm not a vegan anymore because I do eat an egg or two a week. I just had cataract surgery, and it went really well. No, however, there was a couple problems, so I won't get into all that today. Maybe one day I'll share a video about all that. I don't know if I'm liking this or not. Thought I would, but I don't know. Maybe I need to add white sprinkles, but I don't think that would show up very well. Might have to redo the top of this. Nah, it doesn't look like much. I know I didn't get this 3D, and I do have a different way that I thought of doing this cone. I think I'm going to, let's see what this, I don't think the white sprinkles are going to show up because it's already white. Let's see. Not too well, huh? Might have to rethink this one. Not liking this top. I did, like I said, I did have it all chocolate, like it was chocolate ice cream. I think I'm going to redo this one though. I could combine, these two colors together later. I'll work on this after when I get off the camera and see what I like. Then I'm going to take a picture of all of these. And then you'll see what I do is I take a picture, put it on my Facebook page, and so it'll be on my Facebook page. And also, what I like to do is take a picture of when I'm completed everything today. And when I complete this video, I'll have a picture of all of them. All of these. Well, this looks okay. Well, I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this one. So anyway, and then I'll take a picture. You'll see it at the beginning of the video. See? All right. So now let's see here. Can you see this okay? Yeah, probably. All right. Now I just want to show you what I did with the bottom of these donuts. Now I still have to paint that color, and so I'm going to let this dry pretty good, like maybe even overnight. Because after this, I have to make my supper, and so I'm going to just leave it like this. Then I'm going to turn it over, dry it tonight, leave my fan on, and then I'm going to paint this, leave that dry probably all day tomorrow, and then probably tomorrow night I'm going to put the Mod Podge on everything. It'll give it a real nice shine. But I wanted to show you, let's see, I can show you one more thing here. Let's see, I got to find my colors. This one here, let's see if I can get this off. This one's kind of a mess. Here, I made a mess here with the yellow. I'll get that up. This craft mat, if you have one of the silicone, it's really, really nice to have. Okay, so here's this color here, and it's the bottom part of I wanted to make it look, make the donut look baked, right, on that part instead of leaving it white. This one I got a little darker, see? But I think I like it lighter, a little lighter. It doesn't have to be the same everywhere. It could be light and dark, light and dark. I'm going to put the top on this one. Okay. All right, so take my acrylic paintbrush here. Okay, just want to make sure there's no other colors in there. Put that on my paper towel. And it's this golden, that's mustard yellow and the dark chocolate, and it comes out to this color here. Let's see. So what I do is I just put it around there like that, and I don't worry about what it looks like on the top because I'm going to probably make another strawberry. I think those strawberry ones look really pretty. So let me see. And then this one, it might be a chocolate one too. Again, And I try to kind of, not put too much on one spot. So I can spread it out so it kind of looks baked here and there, darker here and there, and kind of lighter. It kind of looks baked, doesn't it? Okay, and then let's see here. And then just kind of turn it like that. Okay, there. And the rest of it, I can put I just wait a little bit and I can put my other color on here, say. Yeah, I like that. Looks kind of baked, Okay. And then, see what I'm going to do with that brown chocolate one. I was going to put white sprinkles on there, I guess. Okay, we can do that and then let that dry a little bit, and then I'll put the strawberry on here, and then And that'll probably be it for today. So let's put these white sprinkles on. See how that looks. Maybe that'll look better than this one. I gotta do something with that one. We'll see what I come up with, huh? Okay, so sprinkles, sprinkles. Maybe I want to put more colors, I think, too. I think it looks better with more colors, too. Lots of different sprinkle colors. Okay. Yeah, I think I want more sprinkles on there. Let's see what kind of sprinkle colors I have here. Where's my ones that I put on that chocolate one over there? Let's see. Oh, here they are. See, I'll move these. This was for my strawberry. I thought those colors looked good for the strawberry donut. And these colors kind of look good for the chocolate, I thought. So I'm going to put some orange ones on there. I don't know if you can hear it in the back. A bunch of trucks are in the back and they're putting some kind of, I don't know, something under the ground for the water. I don't know what they're doing, really. But I hope you don't hear that. It's really quite loud. They start really early in the morning. Start about 7:30. Well, I get up. I try to get up at 7. I do like to get up at 7. Um, so, and I go to bed really early. I like to, I love my mornings because they're nice and quiet. And and then I like to go to bed very early, like between 8 and 9. I just really enjoy my evenings. Some reason I like the sprinkles on the donuts rather than the cones. I think when I do the cones next, I'm gonna do them different. I'm gonna maybe do those sugar cones. So like they fold, they're more. And then somehow, oh, and then maybe what I can do is I can put the ice cream in the sugar part of the cone, like in that fold up there in the fold. And maybe that's what I'll do next. When you start something and you try something, it's, and if you don't particularly care for it, you can do it different, You just try different things all the time, right? When you craft and paint and all that. So we will see what, and then I talk about doing it again, but I probably won't. Well, I don't know. For Christmas, I think this is probably it. Maybe the next year's Christmas, or I don't know. You know what I think? I have a really good idea. I think I'm going to make those cones like I'm talking about, but they're going to be necklaces for my granddaughters. For next Christmas, I think that's what I'll do. There. Well, there you have it. Okay, now let's just do one more thing, and then I'm going to stop the video because I know it's getting long. But I really enjoyed doing this and showing you this. I Had a lot of fun. All right, now let's see. I want to put this, well, I got to put it right back this way because this was the red part. Don't want to mix the colors. And I want to get my pink. My pink is really pretty. I love my pink. I think I bought it new this year. Let's see. It's called Pink Blast. It's so pretty. I love it. All right, now let's see. Um, because you know I've started to use acrylic paint on my wooden hearts that I make for Valentine's. So this is, you know, I needed to get, you know, I didn't have any pink acrylic. So what I do is I just go over that because it's kind of dry now, you know. And I really do, I like to put 2 coats on this. Okay, kind of get that all there. So part of it looks baked. And then of course I'll probably put that baked part on the back too. And I'll go all around here like that. And I'm going to let this dry just a little bit before I put another coat on there, because I think it'll do better if I wait a little bit. But that's how easy it is. It's so easy. There you go. Okay. And I like my yogurt cup for my water. To get my brushes real clean. I know in acrylic you got to clean those brushes all the time right away. And my paper towel. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've had so much fun showing you. And here's that salt dough recipe that I used. I know there's several out there. You can try different things. You might need a little bit more flour on your rolling pin or flour on the counter, you know. And then these are the steps right there, okay? So I had a lot of fun, and I'm so glad you joined me. And please share it with a friend. Okay, see you next time. Bye for now.